ready to get into this. Here we go. First match of the day at the TLOC 1K Smash 4 edition. And it's going to be American Bowser Jake Long versus Milky Coco. Ooh, American Bowser, usually see him come out on Thursday nights. Don't really see him often at our Shockwave events.
True.
So I'm curious to see how he's going to be doing. He does rep that crazy Bowser that we've seen in other games.
Yeah, he's got some great notches on his belt for some phenomenal comebacks or amazing heavy hitters that he's taken down.
Yeah. But that being said, I don't see a Bowser on screen anywhere.
No.
I don't see a Bowser. Only in the player cam. Only in the player cam. And notice the shirt recently picked up by Squander Squad as well, it seems.
Yeah.
Squander Squad being such a silly little crew. But enough is enough. Shout out to all the Squander Squad. I can't even speak. Squander Squad folk. Here we go.
So, out the gate, we've been seeing a lot more players swap over to Mario ever since Ally really popularized this character. He's shown the amount of offensive potential from 0 to potentially 60 and upwards with this character. Generally looking for down throws, up tilts into up airs, and then looking for some sort of a hard read as soon as you get close towards the triple digits.
Oh, and especially given Anti's recent performance at the Big House, you saw just how devastating a character like Mario could be. That notorious 0 to death that he did on Battlefield was something to marvel at. But Milky Coco, he also does have that Sheik in his back pocket as well in case the matchup gets tricky, but so far he's just doing such a great job. Love that quick nair that he did just to go ahead and intercept any offensive option that American Bowser would attempt, and the nair coming out once again just stuffing all of these approaches.
Now looking for the flood to get better positioning. And is he going to be able to punish him on the top? No! Excellent bait that we saw from American Bowser. He said, maybe I'll land on this platform. Never mind, I'm going to go back down to the ground floor.
I mean, honestly, for Milky Coco, I guess, the bait is what tripped him up, because I'm very surprised that he didn't get the punish, especially after forcing American Bowser to go up high by using those fireballs to contest the space below.
Okay. So now you're noticing that Milky Coco is looking for those up smashes. Here's the up tilts that we were talking about. Down throw, up tilt works really well, but now once you creep into these higher percentages, you're looking for that hard read. You're looking for that up smash.
And this is really interesting. You mentioned that down throw, up tilt works really well, especially on most characters of the cast, but Lucas seems to have this ability, due to the unique nature of his jump, to be able to actually avoid too much punishment. That's twice in a row now that Milky Coco's gotten the grab, but he's only been able to net one up tilt each time.
It definitely helps that now, it definitely helps to have that as a bailout solution. Now, what it comes down to is the conditioning that comes afterwards. If Milky Coco is starting to read the fact that American Bowser is using his double jump to try to edge himself away, he's going to follow up with multiple up airs. But now he's fighting his way to get back onto the stage. Whoa. And overcommitting with that fair. You got to be really mindful about how you're using that. It's a great KO option just like that. You saw him try to drift, reverse, and fair, and that would have been enough to take him. Luckily, he used the tether to pull himself in quickly enough.
Man, that would have been such a stylish KO. American Bowser finally netting one himself with that well-placed aerial. Here we go. One stock could be 70%, and counting is the difference. We noticed that right now Milky Coco may have self-read a little bit in the early game. I'm curious to see what he's going to be doing to close this stock out. Back air going to be making this another bout towards center stage, and Milky Coco's doing a good job with these tilts. Nets that forward smash, not going to be enough to KO because it sent him all the way to the left side from the right side of the screen.
Ooh, good choice. I like this. He's
what
forcing
did I
him
say
down
about
lower
those
and lower.
fireballs? And he makes it back. Maybe a chance for American Bowser, starting off a bit of an offensive himself. The long-lasting aerial ends up clipping Milky Coco just as he gets out of his air dodge.
Okay, right now, Milky Coco needs this hard read. Look for up smash, look for back throw.
Or up throw nearly did it. Up B is really good as well. Even though it doesn't have that same insane knockback that Zero Suit has, you can expect that up air, up B to put in some work, especially the closer that it gets to those ceilings.
You're definitely right about that. You need the positioning of the platforms to really enable that to happen. He tried to clip him with that up smash. Is he going to grab him? No, instead chooses to roll, opt for safety here. Multiple strings here from jabs, trying to see if he can maintain the space. He knows exactly what Milky Coco wants. He's doing a great job of avoiding giving it to him. Oh my goodness, he's throwing out so many up smashes.
And here's my game plan as American Bowser. You recognize that Milky Coco very aggressive right now. Use that shield a lot. We haven't seen too many grabs from Milky Coco overall. If he's going to be grabbing, he's probably going to be going for the back throw. So center stage is important, but even this range that American Bowser is at right now is good because the back throw I don't think would be enough to KO. Oh my goodness. Did you notice how much knockback that had? American Bowser right now sitting at maximum rage on the verge of potentially making this comeback.
Now, because the reason why this is why Milky Coco is forcing himself to approach was because of the projectile that American Bowser has. Is he going to be able to make it? That reset him, and now he's going to be able to come back on. Rolls, nope. Oh, he tried to go for the grab.
Yep.
Oh,
Really good by American Bowser. He's bringing this back. This is so close.
He got
the
it.
Up smash prevents the comeback from happening. Milky Coco with a sigh of relief. But here's the thing. I think from a mental standpoint, I think that it took a lot more out of Milky Coco than it did out of American Bowser, to be honest.
yeah.
Because for Milky Coco, he got into that match, right? And the minute that American Bowser was at triple digits and he was still at a very low percentage, he was like, I got this. This is in the bag. And for it to come that close back,
Yeah.
for American Bowser to come from the depths of Hades and nearly make it back to take that first game, it just does so much wear and tear.
Because it's so mentally taxing.
Exactly. And for American Bowser right now, he probably took some of that time to maybe get a little bit more information on Milky Coco. I'm curious to see how it's going to pan out as we have the run back to Town and City in game number 2.
So, out the gate, we're noticing immediately the same story as last time. You have Milky Coco sitting on the top, and he's kind of at the whim of American Bowser, who's just continuously poking at him as he's standing on top there. But you see him trying to constantly trying to do grab punishes for all these nair attempts. I think it's definitely something to be said that he needs to figure out these adjustments for how American Bowser's moving around as he's spacing out these aerials and see if he can space himself better to set himself up for those grabs.
I think the Milky Coco is getting a little bit too predictable from an aerial presence standpoint. We know pretty much every time Milky Coco takes a jump, he's going to be throwing out an attack. So I could see Tomahawk grabs working out really nicely for him overall, especially if he starts conditioning American Bowser to put that shield up a lot more. But American Bowser doesn't seem like he's going to be shielding any time off to such a magnificent start so far, looking like the complete opposite of the last game. 122% on Milky Coco and counting as American Bowser is sitting so crisp at 26.
There's the down throw. Oh, interesting. Swapping for the up smash. It's an interesting idea whenever you have him at these higher percentages, these lower percentages. I think he guessed that it was a sure thing that he was going to get the down tilt, up tilt, and he was conditioning him so much so that he was going to try to double jump early, and then the up smash would come down from above.
Oh, down smash connects, but the rope snake coming in clutch, barely misspacing with that F smash. That would have been really great. Could have potentially taken out the stock and made it so that it was a nice equalizer for Milky Coco.
The range game, this is what's going to... Oh, and there's the whip grab. This is a big design thing that you guys need to make sure you keep in mind. When it comes to tether characters, you have this increased amount of range. You also have a lot more recovery.
Yeah.
And you can get punished really hard just like that.
Very well played by Milky Coco, but look at that instant grab into up throw. Milky Coco can't believe that happened.
That is the positional advantage I was talking about the last game, which is when you're going for those up throw kills on this stage, you need to make sure you at least have the handicap that comes with the platforms. As long as you have that advantage and you get that extra height, just chucking them up off the top is such a great option.
Whoa, Milky Coco saying, no thank you, sir. I would like to return this PK Fire to you. That cape, so useful for reflecting and rejecting those projectiles anytime ABJL starts throwing them out.
Oh, and that was excellent. You saw him immediately get up and go for the get-up attacks. The idea is he knew that the grab was trying to come out, and he said, I'm going to call that bluff. I know exactly what you think you're going to get. Such a great read. Whoa!
Man, the F smash.
Raw duff.
We got to talk a lot about what cost ABGL that game. He started off so strong, but I truly believe that the whiffed grabs end up really being the nail in the coffin more than anything else. Because he whiffed the grab before, back whenever he was at center, he gets hit by the nair. The nair pushes him towards the corner, and when he's in that corner, prime position, get popped by that F smash. Milky Coco doing such a great job of getting around that extra range on that rope snake, and really takes that little bit that American Bowser might have and turns it into a massive disadvantage.
Absolutely.